Welcome back to another CM reaction video. Today we are going to be reacting to Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford, the most anticipated fight of 2025. Let's go, baby. Another fight that I want this year is Dubois versus Usyk rematch, because I feel like my boy Dubois could put him out again, but this time correctly. If it was a legal low blow, but we all know it was above the belt. So thanks for watching, and we're about to get into it. And the camera distortion is kind of off, so bear with me. There we go. Now I'm looking straight towards you guys. Let's get this started.
The news had not made it out until this week that Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez actually had a joint meeting with Turki Alak.
Ooh, they're probably going to fight each other. They are probably going to fight each other. I know Crawford wants to fight, so he's probably going to get it. That's next.
And the decision to make social media on different days was to terminate news about a brawl that happened in the presence of the Saudi boxing mogul. Crawford had been waiting patiently to see if Saudi boxing chief Turki Al-Sheikh could lure Alvarez into a lucrative deal to secure the clash, and it only made sense that all three met together.
That's cool. Something about Turki Al-Sheikh, bro. He promotes all the fights well. He does everything correctly. He makes all the correct fights that we need and want, and that's good. That's really good. I like that he makes all the fights we need, and yeah, he's gonna be the guy we need to get all these fights done. He is. He's the future. Future. It's the future of the game. It's the future. It's the future. He's really good at what he does. I like what he does. Let's keep going anyway.
The aim of the meeting was to put aside the noise of the media and have a real discussion on what they all could do to make the fight happen. Canelo was a little difficult and unrealistic with his...
Canelo is quite old though. Canelo is old, bro. He's gonna be done in the next 10 years or so. Maybe even shorter than that. Maybe 2 or 3. You know, he's quite old.
Prices, which frustrated Terence Crawford and got him into a brief war of words with Canelo Alvarez.
But it would be one of the biggest in boxing.
We're not talking about yet about the fight. Me and you gonna know each other, and then we wanna see what happens.
And when do you want?
As it was about to get out of hand, Turki Al-Sheikh intervened, and only after that did Canelo bring his prices down and make an agreement possible. This was shortly before the pair attended the Ring Magazine Awards in London this weekend, and both held talks with the influential Al-Sheikh over a clash. Immediately, a report from renowned ESPN knockout journalist Julius Julianis has suggested the pair have already reached an agreement.
Bro, Canelo is probably gonna lose against Crawford. I'm not even gonna cap.
When Terence Crawford as one of the top 5 fights that he wants to see this year, is that a fight that you're considering now?
We'll see. We'll see. Everything.
He claims that the pair are both set to meet in September in Las Vegas after the talks
September.
progressed quickly when
September,
overseen this
baby.
weekend.
That's quite a while.
Al-Sheikh himself appeared to hint at exactly that, telling Ring Magazine, "The ring is the Bible of boxing, and we are close to seeing the white smoke on the horizon."
That's kind of crazy.
2025 will be a crazy year for boxing, and I mean it. Al-Sheikh had previously put talks on hold, having struggled to break an impasse with Alvarez on the potential fight. But both fighters were seen posing with Al-Sheikh after talks, a sign that things had taken a step in the positive direction.
Possible. We'll see. We want to talk about it, sit down really well, and figure out something.
I know you thought he was kind of a lose-lose situation.
A showdown between the two gifted operators would be
crazy.
one of the most mouth-watering prospects in the sport currently. The highly anticipated clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford continues to dominate boxing headlines. While the
But
fight has yet to be officially confirmed, the prospect of these
keep
two
going.
pound-for-pound titans colliding in the ring
Ooh,
has captivated fans worldwide.
sauce.
Canelo last fought in September, successfully defending his unified super middleweight titles against Edgar Berlanga. Crawford,
That was a good
meanwhile,
fight.
recently moved up to 154 pounds, defeating Israel Madrimov to claim the World Boxing Association Super Welterweight Championship.
There's loads of things going around at the moment, including a big clash with Canelo Alvarez. Can you tell us what's going on in that situation, and can that happen next? We shall see.
The fight was initially speculated shortly after Bud dethroned World Boxing Association light middleweight champion Israel Madrimov last August, adding 154 pounds to the other 3 weight divisions that he has captured world titles in. Shortly after Crawford's triumph over Madrimov last summer, Canelo made another successful defense of his World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, and World Boxing Organization super middleweight titles, picking up another comprehensive win in a division that he has dominated since 2021.
To come my way and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight, you know.
As both fighters gear up for what could be the biggest fight of their respective careers, the 39-year-old two-weight
That's why it's
undisputed
exciting, isn't
champion
it?
has already spoken out and sent a message of warning. Canelo, speaking on social media, Crawford vowed to shock the world and claim victory over the Mexican superstar when they finally clash. Ima, shock the world, watch. The best is yet to come. I had it in my back pocket this whole time.
It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'll be a well-fought fight.
Although he remains confident, it is going to be a monumental task for Bud, who will have to move up 2 weight divisions ahead of facing the 34-year-old Mexican, who has enjoyed tremendous success during his campaign at super middleweight, defeating the likes of Gennady Golovkin, Caleb Plant, and Jermell Charlo. Despite the weight difference between the two fighters, the potential for this super fight remains a hot topic of discussion.
Fight for both of us, I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. There ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody that I step in the ring with.
Amir Khan, the only boxer to have faced both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, offered his unique perspective on this potential showdown in an interview
Terence Crawford's
with Box
going to win.
Nation.
That's what he's going to say.
Amir Khan, who fought Canelo at a catchweight of 155 pounds, acknowledged the significant weight advantage that Canelo would possess. Canelo is a beast, man. I fought both of those guys, and I feel that size always wins. Having weight divisions, there's a purpose behind that, Khan
Damn.
explained. Terence is
He thinks
special, don't
Crawford's
get me
gonna
wrong, but
lose,
then
bro. That's
there's
crazy.
getting hit by a guy like Canelo. World Boxing Council, World Boxing
Crawford's got that
Association,
speed,
and World
though.
Boxing
Crawford's got that
Organization
speed,
super
bro.
middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez punches Edgar Berlanga during the second round of a title fight at T-Mobile Arena on September 14th, 2024 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Look, I like Crawford, and I think Canelo is a beast at that weight. Honestly, I would advise Crawford not to do that.
Khan, who suffered a 6th-round stoppage loss to Alvarez,
That's crazy.
emphasized the
I
physicality
swear
of
you
facing
got
the Mexican
slammed by
superstar.
Crawford,
What a
though.
fight that would
I
be, though. I'll root
swear
for my boy
you got
Terence and want him
slammed
to
by
win that
Crawford.
fight, but
Don't be
it would
talking
be
to your
hard.
king like
Does he
that.
need that fight?
That's crazy.
No, I don't think he does. He's done so well in his career and beaten everyone. He's untouchable. One of the best out there, pound for pound.
Crazy.
But if it's a
This
big
guy,
payday, I get why it would be made.
this
Why
guy
take
is
a risky
just
fight for less
glazing
money when he can take a
Canelo.
seriously hard fight for serious money? Despite the risks, Khan praised Crawford's skill, noting that he has the ability to compete at the highest level. However, he reiterated the potential dangers of such a matchup, adding, "We never want to see fighters get hurt."
Canelo versus Jermell Charlo playing out. I think Canelo just outboxes. No, he doesn't outbox him, but I think just outpowers him.
You think he
And beats
outboxes
him to the
him?
punch, and
Crazy. That's
Amid
a
the growing
mistalk.
speculation, Canelo Alvarez addressed the rumors with a brief but intriguing response. "I'm open to talk." While his forward message leaves room for interpretation, it has only fueled the excitement among boxing fans, suggesting that this mega fight might be closer to becoming a reality. When they face off in September, Shakur Stevenson thinks Terence Crawford will defeat Canelo Alvarez and can make it a very easy fight.
Yeah, I think he
Stevenson,
can.
the World Boxing Council lightweight champion, claims that for years he's been saying that Crawford will defeat Canelo.
rumours of Canelo and obviously your good friend, mentor, Terence Crawford. A lot of people a few years ago would have said that's crazy, but I think everybody, when they see the talent of Terence Crawford...
Crawford, the World Boxing Association champion in the 154-pound light middleweight division, has promised to put on 14 pounds to compete in the highly anticipated bout, which would probably be the highest-paying day of his career. Stevenson was sure in his response when asked if he believes Crawford will win that matchup. "I've been saying this for years now. I'm probably the first one that has been saying this, even before Terence is saying this. I always thought that his Crawford style versus Canelo, I think he beats Canelo," said Shakur Stevenson to TalkSport Boxing.
That's kind of crazy.
Shakur
That
Stevenson
thinks
makes
that.
it
I
seem
think
like
actually,
Terence Crawford will stay.
I think Terence Crawford will win that shit easy. It won't even be hard, I don't think.
And toe-to-toe and trade blows with Canelo Alvarez in September. However, that scenario seems unlikely, given Crawford's usual approach when facing powerful punchers.
Weight classes, he's a special fighter, pound for pound. I think many will say #1 in the world, alongside the likes of people like yourself and that great list that we've got at the minute. Is he the man to beat Canelo?
He typically relies on movement, utilizing his jab and leaping into land shots before quickly repositioning. Crawford doesn't stay stationary or engage in relentless attacks. His aggressive performance against Errol Spence was more of an exception, largely because Spence wasn't at his best following his car accident. It would be a little over a year, 13
Mine's
months.
sponsored by
You've got to be very
Prime,
careful
bruv.
if you're going to take a
Terence
fight above
Crawford's
160
Prime, bruv.
pounds because
That's
it's a new
crazy.
weight range, said Chris Mannix on his YouTube channel
That's some
about Terence
crazy
Crawford
shit.
taking a tune-up fight.
Oh yeah.
It seems unlikely that Terence Crawford will take the risk of a tune-up fight against a super middleweight before facing Canelo Alvarez in September.
Beat Canelo.
Yes, honestly, if anybody could jump up in weight classes and do it, it's Terence Crawford. I don't know nobody who is mentally.
If Crawford does...
Damn, bro, that's kind of cold though. That you won't probably take a tune-up fight. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Try 1 month free of charge.
Man don't
Does
want no
compete in the
tune-up
weight
fight.
class, it would probably be at a catchweight, potentially around 163
Oh yeah.
or 164 pounds against a middleweight moving up. Possible opponents could include Aaron McKenna, Liam Smith, Austin Williams, or Kyrone Davis, fighters who pose minimal threat to Crawford and are ranked lower in the middleweight division. Hall of Famer and ESPN boxing analyst Timothy Bradley, Junior favors Terence Crawford in a matchup with Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
Mentally as strong as Terence Crawford. So I can't wait to watch it.
Your gym's an
I
exciting
can't wait
gym.
to
You
watch
all
it
bounce
either.
off each other. You got likes of Keyshawn. Everyone sort of mixing. That mentality in that gym, what is it? How is it different from any other gym? I've got to ask you because
Bradley took to his YouTube channel to argue in favor of Crawford. Everyone keeps talking about the weight, Bradley
Canelo's
said.
good
And
though,
indeed,
bro.
Crawford
If
only
you don't,
recently left
if you don't,
welterweight for
bro,
154
if you
pounds,
can't find
while Alvarez
your
has
jab
fought
on
at
him, it's over,
168
bro.
pounds since late 2020. Oh, he's gonna knock him out. When the hell was the last time Canelo knocked somebody out? It has been a while. Alvarez
Oh.
last scored a stoppage against Caleb Plant
Talk
in
to him.
November 2021.
Someone told me to study Canelo, study Crawford. I'm letting y'all know right now, he about to beat the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez.
Since then, he has failed to knock
probably
out
is.
established foes Dmitry Bivol in a loss and a 40-year-old Gennady Golovkin. But he also has gone the distance with opponents thought to be nowhere near his skill level, such as John Ryder, Jamie Munguia, and Edgar Berlanga. Jermell Charlo, naturally a junior middleweight, also went the distance with Canelo, though he was not remotely competitive with the super middleweight king. Y'all can quit with that. He's gonna knock Crawford out. Come on, man, Bradley said. Didn't we just see somebody, Alexander Usyk, fight a guy, Tyson Fury, who was, quote, unquote, 50 pounds heavier? Canelo's the same height as Crawford. He's not a natural 168 pounds. Usyk is a great fighter, absolutely. But you know who else is a great one is Crawford. The great ones know how to figure it out.
Yes, he is. Number 2, Devin Haney. You want to get back, man, go back to your roots, bro. Go back to where you started, bro.
Bradley highlighted Crawford's 74 in reach 3.5 longer than Canelo's, and his ability to reduce opponents' output with his counterpunching.
Crazy.
Alvarez is already a low-output fighter. Bradley thinks Crawford can win a decision by working from distance, using straight shots in between Alvarez's looping hooks and tiring Canelo out down the stretch. "Don't go running away from the fight now, Canelo," Bradley said, referring to the unified super middleweight title holder's apparent avoidance of David Benavidez. Imitating Canelo's higher-pitched voice, Bradley said, "Remember what you said? Easy fight, easy fight, easy fight, easy fight." Though a cluster of analytical boxing minds share Bradley's opinion, most in the fight game believe the size and power difference is too great for Crawford to impose his skills.
Now Crawford's winning though,
Where'd you
because
start?
like
You started in
if
Mexico,
Crawford
man.
makes
Go
the same
back,
weight,
get one
who
of
has
those
the more
guys out of
skills?
there, man. Go
You
back,
know what I
start
mean?
there. That's where you start. Go back to your roots, bro. Get some of that humble pie, bro. Go back, start where you started. Start where you started at.
Started where you
Known
started
for his
at,
strong
fam.
points of view, is confident in his unpopular take. "I'm gonna get back to my haterade," he announced towards the end of the video, sipping his drink.
Canelo
You already
probably
know.
losing though.
Whether the
I'm not
boxing
gonna
world will get to
lie.
know a Canelo-Crawford matchup would seem to be up to Alvarez. Crawford, who became undisputed welterweight champion in July 2023 after stopping division rival Errol Spence Jr. inside 9 rounds, made even more history for himself earlier this year when he became a 4-division champion, outpointing Israel Madrimov to capture the World Boxing Association title at 154 pounds. Mexican icon Canelo has also enjoyed his fair share of success in recent years.
Just with Canelo, obviously he had his fight with Edgar Berlanga announced recently. Not received necessarily a positive outcome and reaction.
That's Canelo's dad,
What
innit?
did you make of the Canelo Berlanga?
After picking up the undisputed super middleweight title in 2021, he fell short in a challenge against the then World Boxing Association light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol. But the 34-year-old has since picked up 5 wins on the spin, defeating the likes of Gennady Golovkin, Jermell Charlo, and Edgar
34, so he's getting
Berlanga
to the end of his
along the
prime.
way.
35 is when he
Legendary
drops
boxing
off.
trainer turned analyst Teddy Atlas has offered his insight to Fight Hub TV into the potential mega fight between the two stars, stating that he would find it hard to go against the American southpaw. Very few people have the appetite or inclination for challenging themselves. Mr. Crawford does. "I ain't never going against that guy. Father Time might catch him, but I don't know if a weight class can catch him."
Listen, I think Berlanga's a talented kid. He's getting better. He's improved recently. I think he still needs more seasoning, but I see an improvement in him. He is a talented kid.
It's a tremendous challenge because Canelo is a tremendous fighter and bigger and stronger, and he can punch and time you. But just because you're smaller, Crawford will come up with a game plan that will make the other guy use his size. Brian McIntyre has guided Terence Crawford to world titles in 4 weight divisions, and he'll be hoping he can lead him in a fight with Canelo Alvarez.
Get them ladies in some shape. Make sure them ladies are in good shape because you have to side me.
Crawford defeated Israel Madrimov to become ruler at 154 pounds, and he's now targeting a fight against the Mexican icon. Crawford has achieved many big things in boxing, but victory over Canelo would be his biggest accomplishment. The super middleweight world champion has only tasted defeat twice, against Dimitri Bivol and Floyd Mayweather, and it's the Bivol battle that McIntyre will be studying if a fight between Crawford and Canelo takes place. He made him move his feet. "If the fight ever materializes, that's the fight that I would go back and watch," said McIntyre regarding Canelo versus Bivol when speaking on the Luke Thomas YouTube channel.
This is real simple. It's real simple. You just got to know boxing in order for you to be able to say that. Okay, Terry's going to get in there and do what he needs to do. Perform.
I'd look at Mayweather versus Canelo too. WBN believes that Crawford's name is on a short list for the Mexican superstar after months of media coverage of the clash. Crawford has shown persistence in pursuing the matchup, willing to move up 2 weight classes to prove his dominance. Crawford is fully aware of the physical disadvantage he would face against Canelo, acknowledging that size will play a crucial role in the...
Oh, I've got a new business model that nobody knows. And no, guys,
He sounded
stop
gay at
getting
the start of
sucked in
that.
by this.
Sucked in.
the
Pause.
fight. However, he remains confident in his ability to overcome this
He
challenge
will.
and
He's
impose
got
his
speed.
boxing
He's got
style.
speed on his side.
Some analysts have expressed
Crawford's got speed
skepticism
on his
about
side.
Crawford's ability to compete effectively at super middleweight. This stems in part from his most recent fight, a points victory over Israel Madrimov at super welterweight, which lacked the dominant display many expected.
And hardcore boxing fans, they know Crawford can beat Canelo just like they knew Bud was going to beat Smith. It's real simple. Real simple. You just got to know boxing in order for you to be able to say it.
Regardless of these concerns, the potential bout between Canelo and Crawford has captivated the imagination of boxing fans. The blend of power, speed, technique, and charisma from both fighters sets the stage for what could be an unforgettable spectacle. Canelo Alvarez has established a tradition of having 2 fights a year, May and September, the latter on the weekend that celebrates Mexico's independence. Since 2022, he has scheduled his fights in these 2 months, and it is expected that he will do so again. So it is more intriguing who will be his next opponent. Due to the lack of interest in accepting the challenge of David Benavidez, the mandatory World Boxing Council 168-pound challenger Terence Crawford looks like a strong option for Saul Alvarez in his first fight of the year.
Over with now, are we still waiting for that next fight to happen? I don't know, man. I don't know. They still got to go. Got to work things out and see where they go from there. I know Tim Tuesday reported on after an opponent. Really love Crawford too.
See.
Although it seems that the fight is more media than competitive, as Crawford fights at 154 pounds, the super welterweight, 2 categories below that of the Guadalajara native. However, both Crawford and Sheikh Turki Al-Sheikh are trying to convince Alvarez to accept the fight, for which he was asking for $150 million. Given how unconvincing the fight against Terence Crawford could be in sporting terms, and the evasiveness against Benavidez,
150 million
today
is crazy.
at 175 pounds, Saul Alvarez could have other interesting options to open 2025 in the ring. Another name that has been mentioned for Canelo is Christian Mbili, a 29-year-old Frenchman with an undefeated 28-0 record, who in his last fight defeated Sergey Derevyanchenko in August and would be a contender for the World Boxing Council. A possibility that in September was already ruled out was William Skull, 23.
Anyway, guys, we've got to the end of the video between Canelo and Terence Crawford. Tell me what fight you want to see Canelo in that isn't this fight. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next CM reaction video, baby.